But to look your enemy in the eye, knowing you'll remember his face for the rest of your life, now that takes a stomach much stronger than you'll ever have.
Let's get into it. Okay, a new generation of great capitalism. Oh my. Hello, hello. Hey, partner. Seneca Development is a market leader in our growing off-world industrial revolution. Working with us means you'll be making history, I'm sure. I hope you're as excited about this amazing opportunity as I am. Oh, she sounds like she's full of business jargon. You need to be willing to take on the mind-numbing debt and soul-crushing responsibilities, but I promise it'll be worth it. Sign me up. Nice start. You'll be taking over responsibilities at our new Los Angeles branch. Our business is already well positioned with a supply of steel, aluminium, and silicon. We've got our power needs covered by the wind turbine at the crest of the crater. We're not content to do fine. Seneca Development will teach you how to expand your internal expectations. Oh, it is business jargon. You're here to help you're here to help pave the way for the next stage of our business venture. What stage is next? Since this new adventure involves other people's hard work, okay, you need to make sure they survive out there. Water is the key ingredient for sustaining life on Mars. The blue blobs represent underground water deposits. You can get a good supply started by constructing water pumps on these deposits. I'm on it. There's one. Let's take a look around. Ooh, what's this? I'm sure they'll tell us in a moment. H2O is a go. Nice work on the water production. Well, average work. Maisie is teaching you how to set up a well-run business. I'll show you how to turn a profit. You can see how important the extraction of resources is. Even more critical to us is the sale of those resources. I see. Let me introduce you to our customer. They have great needs and deep pockets. Customer? Ah. I was right. They will tell us what it is. The colony is our customer. Old Earth sent some of her finest out here to start a new life. They are willing to brave this harsh climate in pursuit of a better future. Their bravery is fueled by one word: hope. Hope for a new industrial revolution. Hope for jobs that can sustain their families. Hope to transform their colony into a successful port, trading with the asteroid belt. Their needs will make us money, but their hopes will make us wealthy. How do I know what they want? I suppose they want the same as anybody else, really. Buying and selling. The resource list is a lot more than a stat sheet tracking your production output. It also shows the market value of resources, which change dynamically based on the supply and demand of the colony. Food is selling at $90 a decabushel. I suppose that's 10 bushels. You should start making a move to invest some resources into producing food. How do I make food? You're going to need to build some farms. Okay, that's a great use for the water you've been collecting, but there's a small problem with the plan. We don't have any glass, and you'd need some to construct farms. Fair enough. Sell some surplus resources, buy some glass, and you should be able to construct the farms. Okay? Remember, placing your farms next to each other will enhance their output. Okay? I'll buy what I need. And here is our buying and selling screen. So what we're going to need to do now with the limited cash that we've got is think about what to sell. I think we will start by selling a little bit of this. Now, what do we need in order to produce a farm? It looks like we need 10 glass each. Okay. This is glass, of course. It's 4 per. You can see it's relatively expensive. We've got one farm there. I know the basis of most business is debt, but let's be realistic. The colony isn't going to lend you money or give away their glass. Before you can get any more glass, the price needs to drop, or we need more cash. No money, no options. Well, we're going to need more cash. That's fine. We're making plenty of aluminium. Let's sell a little bit of that. And again. And there we go. We've got more glass now. We haven't quite got enough. We just need a little bit more. So let's sell one more lot of that. We aren't a charity. When you sell perfectly good iron for less than $10, you're practically giving it away. Oh dear. By continuing to sell more, the market will be flooded and the price will continue to drop. We're in this endeavour to make a profit. And you do so by buying low and selling high. Please show some restraint. I'm in this endeavour to earn wealth, not favour. I'm sorry. Let's get that glass. Okay, we've got the glass now. So, what else do we need? Well, we've got nearly everything that we need, but not quite enough. Let's try selling some silicon, because it's worth a great deal right now. Aluminium's pretty worthy as well. There we go. Well, that seems nice. Let's build a couple of farms very close together. Oh, we need a little more glass. There we are. There, we've got 2 farms. I like your style. Putting buildings next to each other is a good way to get more of a good thing. Each greenhouse farm is now 50% more productive because of their placement. With planning like that, there's no limit for what we can accomplish. Well, tell your friend to stop having a go at me then. Thanks. Boop, boop, boop. Perks and pennies. Having a good supply is not only smart, it's good business. As our expansive HQ grows, so does our staff. You're ensuring our employees have energy to continue working hard for you in the future. Another benefit we provide our employees is breathable air. It's a pretty huge perk. Not suffocating is a benefit. O2 and hydrogen fuel. The electrolysis reactor takes water and splits the water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen atoms. The hydrogen is processed into fuel and used for our transports. The oxygen is rapidly cooled and stored in its liquid form. Let's make some O2. Alright, so we've got each of these things here. You can see that one is for fuel, one is for oxygen. Let's put a oxygen one here. Let's see if this increases productivity. It does. One of each. Next is anticipate massive profits. We'll see. Let's watch these build. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. There you go, they are done. Almost there. We now have a production pipeline for fuel and oxygen. There's been a bit of a supply snafu though. We aren't pumping enough water to supply the greenhouse farms and the electrolysis reactors. The number next to the water icon is the production rate. Whenever the number is red, we're using more of that resource than we're making. We're not losing money, but we are losing the opportunity for generating profitable resources. It's time for another water pump. Ice works too. A water pump will help a lot. There is also water available in the ice fields above us. You can collect it by using solar condensers. This method of water production isn't nearly efficient as water pumps, but it will do in a pinch. Unfortunately, we're completely out of land claims, so there's that. Land claims? Oh, here we go. He's back. Loving the loving the little straps there. Maisie tells me that we're out of claims and we need more water. That's where upgrading the expansive HQ can really help out. All of the land that you see around you is owned by the colony. Claims are given out sparingly by the colony to the businesses that they trade with. By expanding our facilities, we earn more of their trust, hence more claims. Let's upgrade and use your new claims to stabilise our water production. Okay, so we need to upgrade here. Let's see what we need. We need 10 glass in order to do so. Well, we know what to do about that. It looks like selling food at a premium is going to be the way forward here. Let's grab the glass that we need and upgrade. There we go, we're using the knowledge that we have gained. Isn't that amazing? Now we need 2 solar condensers, it seems. So let's take a look at these. What do we need for them? More glass, how nice. There we go, we have the resources required. And over here seems to be the best place that we can do so. Let's pop one here, and pop a second one here. Look at that. Aren't we a good businessman? Although I don't know why we didn't use the water here. But, you know. Oh, we've got to build a water pump as well. Alright, let's do that. Oh, and you can see here that we're running low on water, but not anymore. Good news if you like bad news. Uh-oh. I feel bad keeping secrets from you at this point. It's time to come clean. We've been running quite a deficit due to the cost of power since you started. We owe over 32,000. Oh my gravy. That one wind turbine isn't quite enough to supply all of our structures. With the required power, the colony has been selling us energy at the market rate. I owe what? Listen, running a business is really stressful. Do not worry about all the money we owe. Seriously. Okay. You can pay off your debt whenever you have the extra cash, but it's better to reinvest it in a better infrastructure. Too much debt can literally crater your opportunities in the future, but let's focus on making more money instead. Typical businesses. This is what happened to Enron. We know you can safely handle our current debt because of our current bond rating. What's our bond rating? Any company that has debt assigned a bond rating ranging from AAA, which is an excellent rating with low interest rates, to D, a poor rating which has high interest rates and indicates a company may collapse from debt. These ratings go down as a company gains debt and improve as they pay debt back. Our bond rating is currently AA, so we're still in a comfortable spot, but we have some room for improvement. Build some power producers to move an energy deficit to an energy surplus. I'll get my power online, don't you worry about that. Let's see what we need. Well, we've got everything that we need here, which is very good news. Let's build one here, and we'll build a second one right here. Learn to live with debt. We're still acquiring debt here, which is not ideal. We will sort that out very, very soon. Excuse me, my apologies. There go our solar panels. Look at that. Magnificent stuff. Energy independence. Check out those wonderful numbers next to the energy icon. We're running a surplus and making money by selling the extra back to the colony. Excellent stuff. Of course, the money we're making by auto-selling our energy surplus gets applied to our debt. Hopefully you can see why I wasn't too worried about it. Using our cash to make money is also the best way to stay out of debt to begin with. What's next? Well, first things first. There are a lot of things we could do to increase our profits, but unfortunately we're out of land claims again. You know the drill. Upgrade the expansive HQ and then we'll talk. Absolutely. Well, that's good stuff. Our debt is looking rather tasty. What do we need in order to upgrade? We need some more glass, which is fairly standard for us. Let's sell a little bit of our food, shall we? And then we'll grab some glass. There we go, we've got what we need here, and we are running at 12,000 in the... sell a little bit more of this. We're going to pay off some of our debt. Oh, what are you doing? I told you not to freak out about the debt, but I can't help it. Seriously, businesses do this all the time. When you're establishing your production infrastructure, one of the worst things you can do with your liquid assets is to pay people off, but I want to. Trust me, you'll get paid, but only after we fix our crisis. Sorry. Okay, let's upgrade. Damn it, I want to pay off my debt. Easy money. The colony just gave us a bunch of new land claims, and I think it's pretty clear what our next move is. The price of glass is looking really good at the moment. We've helped drive the price up by buying so much. Let's flip the script and recoup some of the cash by producing our own glass. Okay, how do we do that? Glass kilns are enormous kilns where oxygen is burned to melt silicon into large glass panels. Glass is made from the following: O2 and silicon. These sturdy panels are used throughout the colony to enable us to make Mars a beautiful place to do business. Believe me, without the fantastic views in Expansive HQ, we'd have a hard time with our executive retention. I'd like an office with a view. Alright, so there are certain things that we're going to need to do now. We need silicon, and lots of it. So let's grab more silicon. There we go, we've built an elemental quarry on silicon. We now need some glass kilns. There's one, and we need 3 of them, my lord. Let's perhaps pop out here, get one here, and one here. We do that by holding shift, and then we're going to have to sell 50 glass. Oh my, there's a shortage. Our timing couldn't be much better. A minor industrial accident blew out almost every window of the colony's research module. I love seeing prices go up. Shortages like this occur from time to time. Oh my. Sometimes they're a result of problems with the colony, at other times expected shipments from Earth don't arrive on time. It doesn't matter much to us. We can profit from the shortages as long as we have what they need. Isn't this price gouging? Laissez-faire play. Listen, if you need glass, it may feel like price gouging, but the reality is that the demand has gone up and supply hasn't kept pace. We're in a free market, friend. This is what laissez-faire looks like. If demand goes up, feel free to worry about the details. But only after you've figured out how to profit from the opportunity. Time to make some money. Okay, fantastic stuff. So now we are making glass. Look at that, 2.61 a second. Electronics is also very expensive, and maybe that's the next thing that we want to go into. Let's wait for the price to go up just a smidgen more. Oh, look at that price climbing. Alright, let's start selling some. There we go, we've sold the 50 that we need. Fantastic work. Top-notch performance. It can be easy to lose your head when the market heats up. Keeping your cool and focusing on results shows that you have what it takes to compete. Our business is rolling along with that glass sale. You have a solid cash influx that gives options moving forward. A side benefit of having a strong business is that colony benefits as well. An actual win-win. You can see that the colony has grown since we started working together. That is due, in large part, to our hard work. Earth is hoping that colonies can revive humankind's future, but it's businesses like ours that will ensure their success. We don't influence how the colony grows, but the expansion efforts of colonies can greatly affect the prices of resources. How so? The port. This is the shipping and receiving heart of the colony. Every resource bought or sold finds its way through this port. Rolling over the port will provide us with an overview of the colony's consumption. As a business, we care a lot about construction materials. The colony is populated by citizens and their life support needs make up the majority of their consumption. And what about the buildings around the port? The most important structures are the habitat units, that's these, that allow the population of the colony to grow. The more a colony grows, the more they consume. An expanding colony is good for business. I imagine that's true. When the colony has a large number of specialty structures, it will utilise when it expands: foundries, laboratories, machine shops, offices, and warehouses, to name just a few. You can always roll over the structures to learn more. How does that help our bottom line? Just like corporations, colonies are people. After a busy day at work, people sometimes need to take a break and blow off some steam. Who knows what people need more than a well-run business? Well, you know, chilling. No one, that's who. Maisie Song is going to tell you about the amazing revenue stream that results from a well-placed pleasure dome. Pleasure what? Relax, the pleasure dome is a place where workers can take a break from long hours of toil. They pay handsomely for a release from the daily grind. Is this prostitution? I hope it's not. As more people arrive in new habitats or upgraded company headquarters, it can become quite a lucrative revenue stream. We should build one next to the colony, preferably adjacent to as many habitat units as possible, right here. Real estate is always about the location, location, location. I'll find the right spot, don't you worry about that. Okay, so we've got to buy 40 electronics here. They're quite expensive, sadly, for us. Price is still going up on glass, so I'm going to sell a bit here. There we go. Right, that brings us back into a decent area. Is there anything else that we need in order to build the pleasure dome? I think here is the best spot for it, because we've got access to as many of these as possible. Boom, one pleasure dome. The colonists are going to like that. They're going to like it a lot. Seems that we're making a lot of money from food as well. Let's sell a bit of that. I love it. You really know how to make the best of a good idea. By strategically placing the pleasure dome between all of those habitats, you've ensured optimal profits. Yeah, man. Strong decision making is the way to rise to the top. This has really been a pleasure to walk you through the Seneca way. Thank you. You rock. The pleasure dome is going to provide a nice income for us, and that's what business is all about. Finding out what people need and selling it at an inflated rate. You're horrible. You are now certified to plan and execute a successful business by Seneca Development. Before leaving, sign this non-disclosure and non-compete agreement. I'm going to refuse to sign it. I will never sign a non-compete agreement. Whoop whoop, we have climbed the corporate ladder. Excellent stuff, folks. The next thing that we need to do is make it work. Let's take a look and see what this is all about. Learn from Reclamation Industries what it takes to win a market competition against an economic rival. Being morally flexible is a plus. I'll bet it is. Okay, Reclamation Industries provides opportunities for hard workers beset by unfortunate circumstances. By committing to a 5-year contract, debts are forgiven and records are expunged. Criminal records, possibly? San Marino will show you how to identify an ideal founding location for setting up a successful scavenger outpost, and a good way to start off strong. Okay, the colony of New Amsterdam has just opened its borders to outside investors. It's quite possible that you will face some competition in the marketplace. Oh my, that sounds quite fun. Let's get on to that one next.